I looked out the window. The city of Seattle was blurred by rain. I took a deep breath. Today was the anniversary of my mother's death. My cell phone rang. It was Penelope. I answered. Abby? My sister's voice. Penelope, what's wrong? Do you remember what today is? Yes, of course. Can you come with me this year? I looked at my calendar. 3 meetings. Dinner with a client. But I'll be there. Let's meet at the cemetery at 2. Thank you, sis. The call ended. I sank deep into my chair. I closed my eyes. 12-year-old Abigail. 8-year-old Penelope. The two of us sat on the sofa. Mother was standing. A suitcase was by the front door. Mommy, where are you going? Penelope asked. Mother didn't answer. Mommy. Penelope stood up. I took my sister's hand. Mother turned around. I'm sorry. That was all. The door closed. The sound of the engine. The car drove away. Penelope started crying. Mommy. Mommy. I hugged my sister. It's okay. I'm here. But Mommy. It's okay. We're together. Father came home from work. 11 p.m. He sat at the kitchen table. He held his head. Girls, your mother is. I know, Dad. I said. You don't know. Father shouted. Penelope trembled. Dad, don't scare her. What do you know? I stood up. I stood in front of my sister. I know. Mom's not coming back. But Penny has me. Dad, you've been drinking too much. Father's eyes were red. Get out of my sight. Come on, Penny. I took my sister's hand. We went back to our room. I locked the door. 16-year-old Abigail. 12-year-old Penelope. I woke up at 5 a.m. I made Penelope's lunch. I made my own lunch too. I woke my sister. Penny, wake up. I'm still sleepy. You'll be late for school. My sister rubbed her eyes. Sis, you're always so early. Someone has to do it. I made breakfast. Oatmeal. Toast. Orange juice. My sister put on her uniform. I got dressed too. Father was still sleeping. He'd been drinking again last night. Where's Dad? He's sleeping. Let's be quiet. We left the house. We walked to the bus stop together. Sis. What? Thank you. I patted my sister's head. You're my sister. That's what sisters do. The bus came. My sister got on. I got on a different bus. To school. To work. To home. And everything repeated itself. Present day. I opened my eyes. Tears ran down my cheeks. I wiped them away. Get it together, Abigail. I took a deep breath. Once more. I went back to work. 2 p.m. The cemetery. The rain had stopped. Penelope was standing there. Black dress. Pearl necklace. Expensive handbag. I walked over. Hi, Penny. My sister turned around. Perfect makeup. Perfect hairstyle. Abby. We hugged. But something was different. The warmth from before wasn't there. We stood in front of Mother's gravestone. Eleanor Fleming. 1965 to 2010. Beloved Mother. I placed flowers. White lilies. Mother's favorite flower. Penelope also placed flowers. Red roses. They looked expensive. Silence. The wind rustled the leaves. How's the company doing? Penelope asked. Yes, it's going well. I see. Silence again. I didn't know what to talk about. We used to be able to talk about anything. Now. Abby. What? Do you have time this weekend? Probably. Why? I want you to come to dinner. James and I. James. My sister's husband. The last time I saw him was at the wedding. 3 years ago. Of course. Where? The Metropolitan. 8 o'clock. An upscale restaurant. Got it. Penelope smiled. But that smile. Like she was hiding something. Anxiety flashed through my chest. Is there a special reason? It's a surprise. My sister winked. Look forward to it, sis. Then my sister walked toward her car. A black BMW. A new model. The engine started. It drove away. I stood alone in front of Mother's grave. Mom. My voice trembled. My sister's changed. What's happening? The wind blew. There was no answer. I left the cemetery. Something was about to happen. I had that feeling. I was scared of the weekend coming. But at the same time, I was a little happy to spend time with my sister. Saturday night. I stood in front of the Metropolitan. I took a deep breath. The doorman opened the door. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you. I went inside. The chandelier was sparkling. Piano music was playing. The hostess approached. Reservation name? Rogers. Ah, yes. This way, please. I followed her. A private room in the back. The door opened. Penelope and James were sitting. And Father was there. I froze. Dad? Father stood up. It had been 3 years. Abigail. His voice was shaking. Why? Penny called me. I looked at my sister. Penelope smiled. It's a family dinner, sis. My chest hurt. But I sat down. James stood up. Abigail, long time no see. We shook hands. His hand was warm. His eyes were kind. James, how have you been? Good. How about you? Doing well. I sat down. The waiter poured wine. Silence. Heavy silence. Penelope raised her glass. Cheers. To the family reunion. The glasses clinked. The sound echoed emptily. Appetizers were brought out. The conversation was superficial. Weather. Work. We didn't talk about anything deep. Then the main course. Steak. Lobster. Expensive dishes. Only the sound of forks and knives could be heard. Penelope put down her napkin. So, Abby. I looked at my sister. Is your company still small? My heart jumped. It's not small. I have 15 staff members. 15 people. Penelope laughed. That's cute. James looked at his wife. Penny. What? I'm just stating facts. My sister looked at me. James's company has over 500 people. Right, darling? James nodded. Looking uncomfortable. Yes, but size isn't everything. Oh, honey. You don't need to be modest. Penelope turned back to me. Actually, sis. There's a reason I asked you here today. My hand trembled. I put down my glass. What are you talking about? Business. Penelope smiled. A cold smile. James's company is going to acquire your little consulting firm. Time stopped. What? Innovations Consulting, right? Your company. I looked at Father. Father looked down. I looked at James. He looked uncomfortable. So basically. Penelope stood up. She walked around behind me. She put her hand on my shoulder. You'll be working under me, sis. The blood drained from my face. Penny. How does it feel, Abby? You've always been on top, haven't you? Always the perfect big sister. Always taking care of me. But not anymore. Now I'm your boss. I clenched my fists. My nails dug into my palms. I took a deep breath. Penelope. I lowered my voice. Sit down. Why? Don't you like it? Sit down. My sister returned to her seat. She was still smiling. I took an envelope from my bag. I placed it on the table. How about this? Take a good look at this contract. Penelope took the envelope. She opened it. She looked at the documents. Her face changed color. This. Read it. My sister started reading the documents. Her eyes widened. Her hands started shaking. This can't be. But it is. I said calmly. I own 82% of the shares of Innovations Consulting. Your husband can acquire at most the remaining 18%. And the shareholders of that 18% are my longtime business partners. They won't sell. The documents fell from Penelope's hands. How? When? 3 years ago. Around the time you got married. I restructured the company. I bought back the shares. All legally. All legitimately. James picked up the documents. He read them. He sighed deeply. Abigail. I didn't know. You didn't know? I looked at him. Or did you not tell your wife? Penelope stood up. This is a trap. You set this up. Sit down, Penelope. No. You're always like this. Always above me. Always perfect. Always right. My sister's voice shook. Tears began to overflow. I just wanted to be above you for once. I wanted to win for once. But you always. My heart ached. I stood up. I approached my sister. Penny. Don't touch me. My sister backed away. You don't know what it's like to always be Abigail's sister. To always be compared. Abigail did this, Abigail would do this, be like Abigail. The tears wouldn't stop. I just wanted to be recognized. My sister collapsed. She sat in the chair. She covered her face with both hands. She was crying. My sister. My Penny. My heart broke. Father stood up. Penny. You shut up too, Dad. My sister shouted. You're the same. Always Abigail. Abigail is working hard, Abigail is admirable. You never looked at me. Nobody looked at me. Father's face turned pale. James put his hand on his wife's shoulder. Penny, let's go home. Home? What home? You too. You're looking at Abigail too. Not me. James froze. What are you talking about? I know. The way you look at Abigail. Your voice when you talk to her. I'm not stupid. The room fell silent. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. James opened his mouth. Penny, I love you. Liar. My sister stood up. She grabbed her bag. I'm going home. Penny, wait. James grabbed his wife's arm. My sister shook him off. Let go. She headed for the door. I ran after her. Penny. Wait. My sister turned around. Her face was covered in tears. Her makeup was ruined. What? Are you going to give me some perfect advice again? No. I just. My voice caught. I just want to talk. Now? Please. My sister's eyes looked at me. For a long time. And then. Tomorrow. Come to my house. 10 a.m. Okay. My sister opened the door. She left. The door closed. I stood alone in the hallway. My knees gave out. I leaned against the wall. What happened? What happened to my sister? And me? What did I do? Tears overflowed. I couldn't stop them. Sunday morning. I woke up. I looked at the clock. 6 a.m. I barely slept last night. Penelope's face wouldn't leave my mind. Tears. Anger. Pain. All my fault. I took a shower. I made coffee. I looked out the window. It was raining. It was always raining. Seattle. The doorbell rang. 7 a.m. Who could it be? I looked through the peephole. It was James. My heart jumped. I opened the door. James? Can we talk? He was wet. Water was dripping from his hair. Come in. He came in. I closed the door. Do you want coffee? Please. I went to the kitchen. I took out a mug. I poured coffee. My hand was shaking. I returned to the living room. James was standing in front of the window. Here. Thanks. He took the mug. Our hands touched. For a moment. He looked down. He sat on the sofa. I sat too. Keeping my distance. Silence. Penny is. James opened his mouth. She didn't come home. Last night. What? She stayed at a hotel, apparently. I got a text. He showed me his phone. Don't look for me. I need time. My chest hurt. James, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. No. He looked at me. Don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. But. Abigail. He stood up. He came in front of me. He knelt down. We were at eye level. Listen. What Penny said. It's true. My breath stopped. What? I'm looking at you. I always have been. James. From the moment I first met you. 4 years ago. Penelope brought her boyfriend. At a cafe. Abby, let me introduce you. This is James. A tall man. Dark brown hair. Gray eyes. A kind smile. Hi, Abigail. I've heard a lot about you from Penny. We shook hands. His hand was big. Warm. I hope it was all good. I laughed. All wonderful things. James smiled. That smile. My heart jumped. Have a seat. The three of us sat down. Penelope looked happy. James is the CEO of a big company. Really? Do you know Rogers Enterprise? I knew it. It was a famous company. That's impressive. I heard you run a company too. James asked. It's a small company. Size doesn't matter. Being an entrepreneur is wonderful. His eyes sparkled. He was looking at me. For too long. Penelope laughed. You two are all about work. But her voice. It was a little tense. Present. James took my hand. From that moment, I couldn't get you out of my head. I pulled my hand away. I stood up. Stop. Abigail. You're my sister's husband. I know. James stood up too. I know. But I can't make the feelings go away. Make them go away. My voice shook. Penny loves you. I know. Then why? Because I can't help it. He shouted. He took a deep breath. I'm sorry. But it's true. I went to the window. I looked outside. The rain was getting heavier. When I married Penny, James started talking. I thought I loved her. I really did. She was beautiful, fun, vibrant. You still love her. I love her. But. He looked at me. It's different from how I feel about you. Tears overflowed. Stop. On our wedding day. He continued. You gave a speech. About Penny. How much you love her. How special she is. Your eyes were shining. In that moment, I knew. As long as you're there, Penny will always be second. No. I turned around. Penny is everything to me. I know. That's the problem. James approached. You love Penny too much. She's hidden in your shadow. And I looked toward the light. Then stopped looking. I wiped my tears. I stood in front of him. Listen, James. I lowered my voice. Penny is a wonderful woman. I know. You don't know. I pushed his chest. You only see the surface. You don't know her true goodness. Tell me. Penny. My voice shook. Penny was abandoned by her mother when she was 8. Our father was an alcoholic. But she never lost her smile. 10-year-old Penelope. At school. Classmates were laughing. Your mom left you? That's so sad. Penelope smiled. But I have my big sister. Sister? So what? My sister is the best in the world. Much kinder than mom. She came home. I was making dinner. Abby. Penelope hugged me. Welcome home, Penny. Today, at school. My sister started talking. Happily. With a smile. As if nothing was wrong. But at night. I heard crying from my sister's room. I opened the door. Penelope had her face buried in her pillow. Penny. I hugged her. I want mommy. I know, baby. I know. Why did she leave? I don't know. Was I bad? No. You're perfect. I rocked my sister. I sang a lullaby. Until she fell asleep. Every night. Present. She's strong. I said. Stronger than anyone. But at the same time, more vulnerable than anyone. James listened silently. Penny wants to be loved. She wants to be recognized. But she's always compared to me. Do you know how painful that is? Abigail. She's beautiful. Smart. Talented. But nobody sees it. They only see her as my sister. Tears wouldn't stop. You too. You're not looking at her either. You're looking at me. Do you know how much that hurts her? James's eyes turned red. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I looked into his eyes. Just look at her. The real her. Not me. How? First, love her. Unconditionally. Without comparison. He nodded. And find her good qualities. Every day. Even small things. Like what? Her smile. Her kindness. Her strength. It's all there. You're just not trying to see it. James took a deep breath. You're right. I know. I smiled a little. He smiled too. You're a really wonderful sister. No. I'm a terrible sister. I made my sister suffer. That's not true. It is. But I'm going to change that now. I looked at the clock. 9 a.m. I have to go. Penny's waiting. James nodded. I headed for the door. My hand touched the doorknob. Abigail. I turned around. Thank you. For what? For waking me up. He smiled. This time it was a different smile. A smile thinking of his wife. Go to her, James. And love her. For me too. Promise. I opened the door. I went out into the rain. I got in my car. I started the engine. I took a deep breath. Penny, I'm coming. 10 a.m. I arrived in front of Penelope's house. It was a big house. White walls. Manicured lawn. Rose garden. I parked the car. I turned off the engine. But I couldn't get out. My hands gripped the steering wheel. I took a deep breath. Once more. I opened the door. I walked toward the front door. My feet were heavy. I pressed the doorbell. My heart was racing. I heard footsteps. The door opened. Penelope was standing there. In pajamas. Her hair was messy. Her eyes were red and swollen. She wasn't wearing makeup. Hi. My sister's voice was small. Hi, Penny. Come in. I went inside. The living room was messy. Tissue box. Empty wine bottles. Cushions had fallen on the floor. Sorry. I haven't cleaned up. Don't worry about it. I sat on the sofa. Penelope sat too. Keeping her distance. Silence. Long silence. A bird chirped outside the window. Coffee? Penelope asked. No, I'm fine. Silence again. Penelope took a tissue. She gripped it. I'm sorry about last night. Her voice was shaking. Don't apologize. But I said terrible things. You just said what was true. My sister looked at me. Abby. Penny, listen. I took a deep breath. What you said last night. It was all right. My sister's eyes widened. I was making you suffer. Without realizing it. Tears overflowed. I'm sorry. Abby, no. Let me finish. My voice shook. When you were 8. 14-year-old Abigail. 10-year-old Penelope. Parent-teacher conference at school. Father didn't come. I went. The teacher said. Penelope is doing well. But. She's always in your shadow. The other kids, the teachers, everyone compares her to you. My chest hurt. What should I do? Maybe, step back a little. Let her shine. I went home. Penelope was watching TV. Penny. What, sis? The teacher was praising you. She said you got a perfect score on your math test. My sister smiled. Really? Really? That's amazing. But you always get perfect scores, right? I froze. It's okay. I'm used to it. My sister laughed. But that smile. It was sad. I couldn't say anything. Present. Back then. I said. I should have realized. That I was hurting you. Abby, you were just a kid too. But I was the older sister. I should have protected you. Your heart too. Penelope started crying. You know? My sister said. I never hated you. Penny. The opposite. I admired you. I loved you. I still do. Tears ran down her cheeks. But at the same time, it was hard. Always being compared. Always being second. I moved next to my sister. I took her hand. I'm sorry. Stop apologizing. Penelope laughed. While crying. It's not your fault. But. No. It's my fault. I was weak. I was jealous. Her voice caught. I tried to become you. But I couldn't. I hugged her. Tightly. You don't need to. What? You're not me. You're Penelope. And Penelope is wonderful. My sister cried. She buried her face in my shoulder. Like when we were children. I'm sorry, Abby. I'm so sorry. Shoo, it's okay. I stroked her back. Everything's okay. We stayed like that for a long time. The two of us. Sisters. The tears stopped. Penelope lifted her face. You know. My sister said. The acquisition. It was my idea. I know. James was against it. But I forced it. She took a deep breath. I wanted to look down on you. Just once, I wanted to win. Penny. Pathetic, right? No. Human. My sister looked at me. But you know. I smiled. You've already won. What? A wonderful husband. A beautiful home. A successful life. You earned all of that. Not because of me. By your own power. Penelope's eyes welled up. Really? Really? I held my sister's hand. And I have a proposal. What? I took out documents from my bag. I placed them on the table. This. Penelope took the documents. She looked through them. Abby, this is 35% of my company's shares. I'm transferring them to you. I can't accept this. You can. Accept it. But why? Because you're my sister. Tears overflowed. And I want to work together. As sisters. As partners. Are you serious? I'm serious. Penelope started crying. Abby. There's a condition. What? Let's stop competing. Let's stop comparing. We're sisters. A team. Family. My sister nodded. Promise. And let's recognize each other's good points. You have talents I don't have. Like what? People skills. Social skills. The power to make people smile. Penelope laughed. Really? Really? I'm not good at that. But you're a genius. My sister looked at the documents. 35%. This means you won't be the majority shareholder. But you'll be a partner. In the true sense. Abby, I don't know what to say. Say yes. My sister laughed. She wiped her tears. Yes. Absolutely yes. We hugged. This time it was different. It was warm. It was real. It was sisterhood. Afternoon. We cooked together in the kitchen. Pasta. Salad. Wine. Penelope was laughing. Remember? When I was 10. What? You tried to make pasta and almost set the kitchen on fire. I laughed. Oh God, yes. We were about to call the fire department. But we were laughing. Yes, we were laughing. My sister looked at me. I want to go back to those days. We can. Starting now. Promise? Promise. The doorbell rang. Penelope went. She opened the door. James was standing there. He was holding a bouquet of flowers. Penny. James. Can we talk? My sister looked at me. I nodded. Go ahead. Penelope and James went outside. I watched from the window. James handed her the bouquet. Penelope accepted it. She was crying. James hugged his wife. For a long time. They kissed. I smiled. I stepped away from the window. I continued making pasta. My heart was light. For the first time. In a long time. The door opened. The two came in. They were holding hands. Abby. James said. Thank you. For what? Everything. Penelope laughed. Come on, let's eat. I'm hungry. We sat at the table. The three of us. Like a family. I poured wine. We raised our glasses. Cheers. To family. Penelope said. To new beginnings. I said. To love. James said. The glasses clinked. This time it was different. It was warm. It was real. It was family. 1 year later. Spring. The Seattle office. Light streamed through the window. The rain had stopped. The door opened. Penelope came in. Abby. Look. She was waving a contract. She was smiling. I got the contract with Morrison Group. I stood up. I hugged her. That's amazing. It's thanks to your presentation materials. No. It's your negotiation skills. We laughed together. I looked at the wall. A new sign. Fleming Sisters Consulting. Our company. Our dream. Coffee break? Penelope asked. Of course. We headed to the cafe. Our usual cafe. Our usual seats. We ordered coffee. So. My sister said. About the next project. Denver? Yes. Starting next month for 3 months. Want to go together? Of course. My sister smiled. James is taking time off too. That's nice. What about you? Anyone special? I laughed. I'm busy with work. Always the same excuse. It's true. Abby, you deserve to be happy too. My sister's eyes were kind. I am happy. Now. I know. But more. She held my hand. Penny, I have you. That's enough. Tears overflowed. In my sister's eyes too. Love you, sis. Love you too. Evening. We visited father's house. The two of us. The door opened. Girls. Father smiled. He was different from 3 years ago. Sober. Clean. He looked happy. Come in, come in. We went inside. Food was laid out on the table. Dad, did you make this? My sponsor at AA taught me. We sat down. Father sat too. How's work? Going well. Penelope said. I feel like I can do anything when I'm with Abby. I see. Father looked at me. Abigail, you. His voice shook. You're really admirable. Both of you. Tears overflowed. Thank you, Dad. No, I'm the one who's grateful. Father took both our hands. Without you two, I would have. It's okay now, Dad. Penelope said. We have now. Yes, we have now. Father smiled. Cheers. We raised our glasses. Not wine. Apple juice. To family. To second chances. To love. Night. Mother's grave. We stood together. We placed flowers. White lilies. Red roses. Together. Mom. Penelope said. We finally understand. The wind blew. Gently. What family means. I continued. Not perfect. But real. The moon came out from behind the clouds. Stars were shining. Thank you, Mom. We said together. We held hands. Sisters' hands. They were warm. Ready to go? Yes. We walked toward the car. I looked back. The gravestone was illuminated by moonlight. Bye, Mom. We'll come again. We got in the car. I started the engine. Music played on the radio. Penelope started singing. I laughed. I sang along. We drove down the road. The city lights were shining. Seattle. Our city. Our home. Abby. What? Are you happy? I smiled. Very. Me too. My sister laughed. We're the best sisters, aren't we? The best. The light turned red. We stopped. I looked at my sister. Love you, Penny. Love you too, Abby. Forever? Forever. The light turned green. I pressed the accelerator. We moved forward. The two of us. As family. And we were truly happy.